Just waiting for everything to come through and get all connected. Great, looks like it's all good. Hi Marnie. Just getting there with the old multi-streaming. Just making sure it's all connected. Looks good. Looks beautiful. Right, hello. How are you? Are you good? Are you well? It's alright if you're not, but you know, I hope you are. Right, time for a bit of meditation. I meditate throughout the day, and this is just the one I do on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. In fact, today is one of the days I see people for, work together one-to-one. So I spend pretty much the whole day meditating. So it's not a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. There's lots of different styles of meditation. This is just what I do. For me, it starts with why I would meditate. I am trying to connect with a part of me that I connect to every night when I go to sleep. Not the dreaming bit. Dreaming's lovely, but it's the bit after dreaming I'm interested in. So I'm dreaming, and then I drop out the bottom of dreaming into deep, dreamless sleep, where there's nothing to speak of. It's like I've got no body, I've got no thoughts, no memories of being there. I just sort of cease to exist in the way that I normally register my existence. Which sounds terrible. I mean, it sounds like death. And yet, I love going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So some part of me knows that that is a good place that I go to. So that's where I want to go to in meditation. I just want to do it consciously. I want to go to that place. So that's my intention. So, as I say, there's no thoughts there, and for some reason my mind can't just consciously go to that place. My mind doesn't really exist there. So I have to make a little arrangement with my mind where I go, could you just not think for the next 15 minutes because I want to do some meditation? And my mind, at this stage, wasn't always the case. At this stage there's not hardly any resistance at all to it. It's like, yeah, great, okay, I've read lots about meditation and we've been doing it for a while, many years. I've seen the benefits of it, and yeah, I've got lots of concepts about it, I've lots of ideas about it, so yeah, let's do that. So that's good. Then to actually stop thinking, that's not that hard, because thoughts are made of pictures and sound. When you break it down, that's all they're made of. So to stop thinking, I just turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. That's it, I've stopped thinking. So that's good. And then we're into the practice of meditation, which runs parallel with the intention of meditation. So my intention is to go to this deep, mysterious, beautiful, possibly eternal place, and the practice runs along with it. And the practice is really simple. I've half explained it already. You just turn off your pictures, turn off the sound, stop thinking. Then a little bit of time passes and I discover I'm thinking again. So I go, oh, I'm thinking again. I turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound. And then a little bit more time passes, I discover I'm thinking again. So I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. And that is it. That's the practice of meditation. Just repeatedly bringing my mind back to not thinking. And to not add anything to it, to not start to think, oh, I'm thinking a lot, or getting into anything else to do with it. So a lot of people can sort of run foul of that bit, because they kind of get the idea, and they read stuff, and it's mostly about the intention of meditation. So they read about peaceful, blissful states, calm mind, all of which is true, but it's not consistent. So if you sit down to meditate for 15 minutes and you think you should be like calm, peaceful, not a ripple on your mind for those 15 minutes, you're going to run into difficulties, because you'll very quickly feel like you're failing badly at meditation because you're thinking so much. Whereas the practice of meditation runs parallel with it, so the two go together. So you have moments of that blissful, peaceful state, but then you also have moments where you discover that you started thinking again, because your mind is in the habit of thinking. It's very hard for your mind to stop thinking. And once you understand that, and you understand that the power is in bringing your mind back, it's not how many times you have to do that, it's just that you do that you become conscious of your thinking. And as soon as you become conscious of your thinking, without saying anything, you're demonstrating to yourself that you're not your thoughts, you're something else, you're some other thing. So, If you find you're thinking a lot during the next 15 minutes, don't. That's fine. You're doing great. While I'm doing all of that, I'm also letting go of tension in my body. And I have a system for that because it's too vague in there without a system. So I am scanning my body from my head to my feet very gently, very slowly. And anywhere I find tension, I let it go. So all the way from my head down to my feet, back up again. Anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out breath to do that. And I do that because it's natural to just breathe away any tension I find. And it's also a good way to remember to breathe, because if you're new to meditation, and even if you've been meditating for years, it's still easy to just forget to breathe or hold your breath. When I'm scanning my body, I'm paying particular attention to any structures in my body that go across my body, transverse, because mostly my body runs from my head to my feet. Anywhere that goes transverse has a tendency to accumulate tension, much in the same way a log going across a stream would pick up all the twigs and the branches and the leaves. Structures that go across my body would do the same thing, but just with tension, accumulate tension. So I'm checking my eyes. A lot of tension can be in the eyes. I'm checking my jaw, my tongue, the base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, all my joints. They all go across. So my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers. They've all got little transverse bits in them. My heart area, my respiratory diaphragm, my intestines, my pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles and my toes. If you're new to meditation, a nice quiet room to meditate in is very helpful, that you're not going to be disturbed in. The quiet is because noises trigger thoughts. And as soon as you close your eyes, you're hearing like just amplifies. So yeah, quiet is very helpful. I encourage you to sit up when you're meditating, not lie down. It's very hard to, particularly when you're starting, because if you lie down and you close your eyes, your body is just going to go, oh, well, it must be time for sleep. So you'll either fall asleep, not that there's anything wrong with falling asleep, but the idea is to go into this place consciously, not unconsciously. If you don't fall asleep, you'll battle sleep, and that's as distracting as having a radio on outside the door. So yeah, sit up. You don't have to sit in a special lotus position. Sit in a chair, that's fine. If you find that you, even sitting in a chair, that you feel a bit sleepy, then just sit forward on the chair so that your back's not against it, so you're sitting upright. What else? I set a timer for how long I'm going to meditate for. That is just so that I have one less thing to think about. I'm trying to help my mind. So I'm helping my mind by giving it less things to trigger thoughts. I'm going to set mine for 15 minutes, but I'd encourage you to set yours for less if you're new to meditation. So maybe set it for 5 minutes and then repeat that 3 times, because 15 minutes can feel like a really long time if you're not used to it. And around the 7-minute mark, you will start thinking about, did I put the timer on? That couldn't be, it's something wrong. This is like, I've been doing this for 2 hours. And so on. Whereas if 5 minutes is just a good little chunk to start off with. You can increase it then as you get more experienced. Right, now, if there are no questions, let me check the various feeds. No, good, alright. Off we go into the mystery. Okay, so if you've gone very deeply into yourself and you feel like you have to kind of travel back, that's fine. Take your time before you open your eyes. Or if you feel like you can hold the inner space, you can keep that and then also include the outer space, then that's great. Just open your eyes. Okay, so thanks very much for meditating with me. I want to remind you about the Zoom group tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night. Zoom group. If you want to come along to that, you're very welcome. Just just get in touch in one way or another, and I'll send you the Zoom link. Alright, see you tomorrow for some more meditation. Bye.